What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video on the Elite Capital channel. This is episode one of the Student Trader podcast. I kind of haven't really created a name for this, but I'll just call it the Elite Cast. So we have a student over here. Introduce yourself. What is your name?
My name is Chris. I'm 20 years old. I'm coming all the way from Norway. I'm right here in Dallas with my mentor, Jesus, and a couple of my friends as also students within Elite Capital.
Mm-hmm. And this guy made $25,000 in 1 month, and he withdrew from the funding program. It's insane money. What did you used to do before you got into trading? Let me ask you that.
Like, I was working as a carpenter, actually, and I went to school and such.
Mm-hmm.
But I got into trading right after I turned 18 when I was still in school. I had this friend back in Norway. His name's Nasradin. Shout out to him. uh, that showed me about it. So what happened was it was during COVID, so I was also looking for jobs, but because of COVID, I didn't get any jobs. So that's why I also got into trading. So at first, I really thought to just use it as a way to earn money, but while I got looking more into it and learning more about it, I just fell in love with the whole process of everything. Just fell in love with the whole business and industry.
Yep. So you say you started back in 2018, right?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I gotta correct myself. 2020, actually. I was
Tw
18 back in 2020.
You're 18 in 2020, so
Yeah,
you're 20 right now, right?
yeah, I'm 20 right now.
Wow, that's crazy. Because it's similar to me because I started trading when I was 18 as well.
Oh, you
And
did?
yep. I started trading and I was in what we call high school over here. It was my senior year, my last year of high school in the US. I don't know how it is in Norway. I think it's high school,
I
middle
kind
school,
of,
whatever. It might be a little
kind of
different.
the
Yeah.
same. Like I was
Yeah.
also in high school, like college, high school. I don't know what you will call it in English, really.
Yeah. So I kind of I kind of got into it and then I went to college for a little bit. Wasn't really my cup of tea. And I just focused on the craft. And when I was 20, I bought the McLaren, I'm sure you know from my Instagram. And yeah. So within 2.5 years of trading, we went crazy with it. Um so how many courses did you take? Let me ask you this question.
Ah, oh, I'm not quite sure actually. Um, like I've done some signals rooms
Mm-hmm.
from different traders, and
Mm-hmm.
I know I did like one other course, but it didn't help it that much. And like in the
Mm-hmm.
very beginning, I started with IML, but didn't help that
We all
much.
we all started from there. And I'm sure
Oh,
Jesus in the back can tell you the same thing.
yeah,
Yeah. So the reason why I asked you that is because, a lot of people are always discouraged because, they take a few courses, then, obviously it's not the right knowledge, then they get scared. They're just like, whoa, like, yo, like if I take another course and I don't learn, then I lose my money. But no, life's
yeah,
about taking risks. And,
yeah.
just keep moving forward. What funding program are you currently using?
Currently I'm using True Forex funds.
True Forex
Uh,
funds. And I've seen
yeah,
you on the leaderboard. I gave you a shout out last week. I
yeah,
remember on my Instagram. It's very
yeah,
impressive.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, what made you decide
I
on
want to
using
tell you I want to tell you a funny story about the leaderboard actually. Because
Okay.
what happened was I didn't know I was on the leaderboard, but what happened was like I just got a random message from a guy in
Yeah.
Norway on Facebook, like on
Mm-hmm.
Messenger, and he started asking me about True Forex funds and everything, and if like it's real and all this typical shit. And I was like, yeah, it's real. It's real payouts and everything. But I asked him how did he find me, and like he said he found me on that leaderboard.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. Like random people from around Norway like contacted me about
Yeah.
about trading and stuff like that. It was really
Yeah.
like
No, we're pretty insane, bro. What
yeah.
uh what what made you what made you decide to go with True Forex funds?
It was my friend Casper, that's also here in Dallas with me, that
Yeah.
recommended it for me. I'm not sure whether he heard about True Forex Stones, but he recommended it to me. So
Okay. So there you have it, guys. That's another funding program. As you can see, my student, he got paid out. So, it's legit. seems like it's legit. And yeah. Um, Couple questions I want to ask you regarding trading. So what was like your main like breakthrough in your trading career? Like the main like where you were just like, okay, I got this. Like, this is I want to do this forever.
Um, I gotta
You
think
can
about.
you can sit and think for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I knew like from the very beginning, that is possible, And sometimes like I made a few dollars, like sometimes like big amounts, small amounts, like everything. But I went for a really long time without earning that much. But like my really, really breakthrough might have must have been like when I finally passed my funded accounts just like a few months ago.
Mhm.
Like I that's kind of when I knew like I got this. Like you know how it works.
What was if there was two or three things that you would recommend to a new trader, what would you say?
To new trader, like I would recommend to like focus on the process, not don't focus on the goal. Like really get to understand how everything works and focus a lot on your psychology in the markets and
Uh,
uh and yeah, just stay consistent. Yeah, stay consistent and I'm not quite sure how to say it, but yeah, just trust yourself really. Just
yeah.
trust yourself.
Yeah, trusting your own bias is a big thing in the market because
Mm,
a lot of traders they struggle with that because they'll take trades and they'll see drawdown and they'll start panicking and then they'll close their winners, they'll close their losers out and then and then when a trade is a good setup, they'll close it in drawdown. So it's just like they're not profitable because of that because they just can't
yeah,
trust their setups. And
yeah.
that's a big psychological roadblock a lot of traders they suffer. What would you say as far as being on a funded program? How is your risk management per trade?
Risk management, it depends. Depends on the setup. Depends on
Hmm.
like what time I'm trading. But usually like 0.5% to 1% your
Hmm.
risk per trade.
Hmm.
I'm always
Yep.
trying to aim like at least 30 pips, even though might close trades before, but that's if I see if the market is rejecting and
Hmm.
like showing signs of going back to the entry and the stop loss.
Hmm. Yep. So good. So proper trade management. Um,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever taken any of signals or anything to learn any of our elite capital signals?
Yeah, I have taken the
Yeah.
lead cast.
Since I'm the main signal provider on elite capital for London
Yeah,
session, I gotta ask you that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I have taken the signals.
Hmm.
Taken almost everyone, but
Hmm.
last like I quickly want to like move away from the signals because I don't want to
Yeah.
be like laying on the signals like and
Yeah.
just they would be dependent. I want to be independent and
Yep.
like do the markets myself.
And this is my message to all of you guys who are watching this as well. Like, people who come in for my signals, it's a learn and earn for a reason because, as you're learning how to trade, you have something that, it's kind of making you a little bit money too. And yeah, and basically you should, every time I send a trade out, whether it's a winner or a loss, you should always analyze the market and see for yourself before jumping in the trade. And that's the best way for you to learn how to trade. See what I can ask you. What is your plan with the profits? So you just made 25 grand, and I think you just made a little bit more today too. I've been watching.
Uh, the time of the prop is like right now I spend a bit just like
Yeah,
spend on myself, like rewarding myself for like all this hard work for like the
yeah,
past
for
2 years.
sure.
But further on, I'm just going to like just save most of it, spend like what kind of I need to spend, start building up my own personal trading account, so I don't really have to be dependent on these funded accounts.
Mhm. Okay. Yep, that should be everybody's plan because funding companies, everything is good and stuff, but sometimes stuff hits the fan. Further down the line when you start making some over six figures in profits. Whatever funding program it is, sometimes it becomes risky. So it's always best to use your capital. You can spend some, and then work towards putting it into a live broker, a book broker, which one I recommend is FX Live Capital. And yeah, you could go from there. What can I ask you? So let me ask you this question. Since you're a funded trader, do you know relatively how many tries it took you to to get there? Because
Oh,
I know this is something a lot of traders they struggle with. You know, it takes them a lot of tries to actually get funded.
yeah. For us, I'm not quite sure how many tries, but like I've
Yeah.
been with several funding companies, FTMO, my Forex funds, and now finally True Forex funds. But on True Forex funds, I got it right away. My Forex
Mhm.
funds, I know I would have at least one account, if not two, and FTMO probably like five at least. So
Yep, yep, yep. So yeah, it's a journey, it's a process. Even getting
mm,
funded, this and that. You just got to be patient with yourself. As you can see, he's not one of those people that always like. There's some people out there that take one trade and they try to make all 10% for the challenge. Like, it's not about that. It's about the consistency. It's not about having one hit wonders. It's about you consistently making money every day. Because the thing is, bro, a lot of traders they'll focus on people on social media always making like, oh, the guy just made like 60, 70,000 in one day, but it's just like, yo, the guy's not consistently making money every day, then that's not a consistent trader. I'm mainly focused on trading every day, and if I could make a certain threshold of money, then it's good. And I'm sure you do the same way. Like, if you're up a certain amount every day, then you kind of stop.
yeah, I mostly do that. Like sometimes
Yeah,
I I fall into the trap of overtrading,
yeah.
just
So
sometimes.
how would you what would you say regarding overtrading? Any advice you should give to new traders?
Just don't do it.
Yeah,
Just don't
don't
do
do
it.
it.
Not worth it. It's
Yeah,
like you might have like a few wins, make big profits. But like when it comes to overtrading, just and like, we're getting some losses, and those losses with overtrading might fall into revenge trading. Then you just ended up in this evil circle.
yep, yep, yep. See what I can ask you. So how do you like it in the US? I'm gonna ask you some general questions.
I love it here. Like it's way better than expected, really.
Yep.
They don't really know what to expect. Like it's way better. Like so, it's so interesting to be to like to see how different it is from Norway. And, like all
Yeah.
the food. Like
Yeah.
I really love like all the food, but like the food is just amazing.
Yep, yep, yep. And you
Mm.
haven't even been to any of the major cities yet. Like, like New York City, Miami, LA, like
Oh yeah,
that's a whole
yeah,
different vibe.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I have
yeah.
to visit sometime.
So in Norway, I believe, do you live in the capital city or what kind of area do you live in?
No, I'm not living in capital city. Like I'm living in a city that's not that far from the capital. Like 1 hour plane ride. It's called
Hmm.
Trondheim.
Hmm.
Like I just moved there from up north in Norway.
Yeah.
So I'm living there with Casper and with Donnie, the other like third friend, and Vader is here in Dallas with us.
Hmm.
He's also moving there like around December, January.
Hmm. How is the tax situation in Norway?
The
Mind me
tax
asking?
situation.
Yeah, like how like taxes on Forex. Do they have taxes on Forex?
Oh yeah, we had tax on foils and like they're sky high. Uh, they're like 28 to 30%
Okay, so
actually.
similar to the US. Yeah.
Uh, is it similar to us?
Yeah, we have
Really?
capital gains. It's called capital gains over here. Yeah.
Uh,
It's very
yeah.
similar to the US. Yeah. Do you plan on living in Norway next 5, 10 years, or do you plan on going to a different country, relocating?
Uh, that's a question I don't know if I know
You
the
don't
answer to
know
just yet. I'm just
wherever life takes you, huh?
yeah, where my life takes me, where the wind blows me.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us on the podcast. I'll be concluding this. I really appreciate you, and I really, words I say, congratulations on your payout. Congratulations, you're definitely killing it in the
Yeah,
markets, and I hope to do maybe another season. When you do a crazy, crazy, crazy withdrawal, I'll do another episode with you. But yeah, other than that, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be doing more of these student trader podcasts. That you guys definitely show me feedback. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and drop a comment. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.